Hello everyone, I am Sabrina Ono and welcome to this podcast. This podcast is a business case produced by EIT Digital Organization in collaboration with Startups at School program from the incubator Agora. Across this episode, we will get into the startups ecosystem and we will talk about innovation and entrepreneurship. Students will meet with an entrepreneur to identify the key factors to a project's success, the main asset for growth of a startup, and what stimulates new ideas release. How innovation works and what is it used for? What is caring for a project with an impact on society? How to lead a transformation and anticipate changes with technology? How to develop the right and valuable skills to get an entrepreneurial mindset. This is what I propose you to discover along with powerful and inspiring meetings. Hello everyone!
Hello!
So today we are welcoming Matt Volsky, co-founder of the French startup HyVibe, and 5 students, Anne-Cécile, Joyce, Samia, Marion and Manel, from the Joliot High School in Nanterre. We will discover innovation across the amazing connecting vibration technology developed by HyVibe that has totally transformed the way to listen and play music. So Matt, hi!
Hello.
You joined HyVibe in 2017, a startup incubated in Agora in 2018 as a Chief Operating Officer. You are not a beginner as you created a medical device company before the launch of HyVibe. So what are you doing exactly now in this startup?
So now at HyVibe, I serve as the Chief Operating Officer, which is a fancy title, but really it basically means I'm helping with a lot of the day-to-day operations of the business. But specifically, I focus on the marketing and the sales and the communication aspects of HyVibe. So the commercial stuff.
Great.
With a touch of administrative stuff too.
Yes, too?
Yes.
Okay.
Getting some of that, yeah.
So you wanted to play something at the guitar, maybe?
Of course, yeah. So I thought what I could do is give a little demonstration of what our technology does.
Would be great.
Yeah.
Let's start with the question of Manuel first.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Maybe Manel. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Manel. I'm 18 and I'm studying at Joliot High School. So could you explain quickly how the technology of HyVibe works?
I would love to do that. Thank you for asking, Manel.
You're welcome.
So our technology, we call it is smart connected vibration technology. The basis of we have 3 main components for what we use to create sound. We're a sound technology company. So first we use a sensor, and we sense the vibrations of an object, and then we send that signal, the vibration signal, to a processor, which is the brain of our system, the HyVibe system. And then we process that signal, and we make adjustments to the sound. We can make it better, we can change the frequencies, and then we send that signal to these little objects called actuators or exciters. And the exciters excite the body of an object and create sound. So our technology can turn any object into its own high-quality speaker. And that's what we're doing. So I have, for example, our first product is the HyVibe system, and we put it on inside an acoustic guitar. So what you're able to do, I'll give you a little demonstration here. We can, now keep in mind, what you're going to hear right now is coming from the top plate of the guitar, not from a speaker. So here we go. So I'm going to play a little. So I'm playing a little music from my phone, and it's streaming through the body of the guitar.
Inside.
Yep. And you can play along with it if you want. So that's one thing that we do. So I'll turn this down. Then we can
amazing.
also... Yeah, it's fun.
It's amazing.
Yeah, thank you. And there's no speaker inside the guitar. We can also play with effects. So do any of you play guitar? No? Okay. Well,
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Hopefully that will change. So, well, guitar players, they like to use what's called effects on the sound of the guitar. So if you hear like an acoustic guitar, like I'm playing a folk guitar, it sounds like that. But what we can do with our technology, because we process the sound of the guitar, we can add an effect like this, a reverb effect. So you can make the sound more interesting, more fun. And then the final thing that we have on our guitar, the final main feature, is a looper. So you can record yourself and sound like this. Something like that. You can just mess around and you can record yourself and then play on top of it.
Whoa.
Yeah. So there you go. That's what the HyVibe system does with the acoustic guitar, and that's our first product.
Thank you very much. Could you talk about your studies and your university background? Did you create your first company just after your graduation?
That's a good question, Manel.
Thank you.
I studied business. I got a business degree from the University of Tulane in New Orleans, Louisiana, and then I did got a graduate degree in sustainable business management at Stockholm University, and actually in between I received a teaching credential from Cal State Los Angeles. I actually started my first company when I was 8 years old. I think we would go around the neighborhood knocking on people's doors and asking if we could wash their cars or wash their windows, or asking people if they had any chores that they wanted us to do so we could make some extra money and go to the arcade and buy candy.
So we can say you already had an entrepreneur spirit at 8 years old.
We did, yeah.
Okay, thank you. And the last question for me is how did you find the idea of the innovation?
Well, I met Adrian, and he had done a lot of research at EarCam, like I said, with applying the technology to different instruments. And he realized that the guitar is really the perfect demonstrator for the technology.
Yeah, because of the material, maybe also the wood of the guitar.
Exactly. Exactly. The wood was perfect in the way that it's designed, and the bracings. We knew that it would be a perfect demonstrator product.
Yes. So let's talk about your innovation now. The product itself. Samia would like to know a couple of things about it.
Hi, my name is Samia Boudarga. I'm 18. I live in Mantes-la-Jolie. How long did you need to develop your project and its final version?
That's a complicated answer, actually, because, well, first, Adrian had been doing research for over 7 years to really develop the technology until it was ready to become a product. So then we had the technology. When we created the company, when the technology was ready in 2017, we had to go through an industrial design process where we could imagine all sorts of cables and wires and ugly boxes and big boxes, and trying to make them small and looking like something that somebody would want to buy. So that industrial design process, it took about 2 years. About 2 years, just under 2 years. During the design process, we would constantly be changing ideas about what the product would be. So as we learned more about the product and as we learned more about the market and the users, it changed our idea of what the final product would be.
So having a startup is also having the startup spirit, a common philosophy you share with François and Adrian. And Cecile is pretty interested in this aspect, actually.
Hi, nice to meet you. Did you meet your team immediately?
I met the team of Adrian and Francois, who were already working together before, and I met them, and we had chemistry right away, and we got along, and we shared the same philosophy on things, and we had the same work ethic, and so that was very important. And someone said, really the most important thing in your lives is you should work with people that you like.
Okay. Where do you find the motivation to build such a project and how to keep it every day?
Well, my motivation, I like being challenged. I like having obstacles in front of me and overcoming those challenges. I like being like an underdog, someone a small company, like, the story of David and Goliath, the little man against the monster, the small man against the monster. I like that kind of organization and mindset. But my real motivation has been really, I like changing the world for the better. I like knowing that what we do will make the world a better place somehow. With medicine, it was helping to save lives, but now, even with what we're doing now, we make people happy. We bring happiness to people who get to play music, and really, they send us emails thanking us because we really changed how they play music. So, I like bringing innovations to the world and changing the world for a better place, and that motivates me every day.
Matt, I really like your positivity.
Thank you.
We definitely need it. In fact, Marion, I know you have a strong interest towards the startup ecosystem, and you like to have your own startup maybe one day.
Do you have any tips for any who want to create their own startups?
Well, yeah, I have a lot of tips that I could give, mostly from maybe mistakes that I have made in the past. But what comes to mind is, I would say, start early. You guys are young. You can take chances, and you can fail now, and you'll be okay.
And what about the business model? Joyce is curious to learn more about your vision and strategy in HyVibe.
Hello, I'm Joyce. I'm 18 years old and I'm studying at Joliot High School in first year of Assistant Manager Diploma. I like the startup events and entrepreneurs, so that's why I accepted to be a part of this project. Who are your main customers and in which countries are they?
Our main customers are other companies. And so we do what is called B2B, which stands for business to business. So we sell to other businesses. So we sell the HyVibe system to another company. And that company sells the whole guitar to the consumers. It's sort of like a shoelace company, right? If you make shoelaces, you don't sell shoelaces direct to the customer. You sell them to the shoe company, and the shoe company would then sell the whole shoe to the customer. So our main customer is a guitar company right now, and it's called Lag Guitars. It's a French guitar company, and they're headquartered in Nantes. Our main customers are in France, the United States, and then all around, those are our two main markets. And then the rest of Europe is very big, and Canada.
We would like to have a sneak peek of your typical day in a startup. What are the necessary qualities for your activity?
Well, this is what makes us being in a startup fun and exciting for me, is that every day is different. So there's a lot of times you wake up in the morning and you look at your email box, and then that will dictate what you're doing for the day, because there's a lot of unexpected things that come up.
And to conclude this very nice time, could you give us one strength and one weakness maybe of being an entrepreneur we should keep in mind?
We'll start with one weakness of being an entrepreneur is really, say, you have to, in a way, be not a gambler, but you have to accept that there is uncertainty in your life, that you don't know what's going to happen the next day. You don't know if there could be a competitor that would come and make your product obsolete. That's a challenging thing. But at the same time, if you want to turn your weakness into a strength, which is what successful entrepreneurs do, you can use that to motivate you and to work harder. So people who work the hardest seem to be the most successful. Being an entrepreneur means really working hard. You don't have a traditional day where you go to work at 8 o'clock and you come home at 5. No. Last night I was on the phone until 10:45 at night on a Sunday. I was working at night. On the weekends, you work a lot of strange hours, but guess what? It's fun. I've never woken up and said, "Oh no, I have to go to work." You know the feeling sometimes. Maybe you have that with school, maybe not. No, I'm sure you all love going to school every day. It's great. But when you wake up and you feel, oh cool, I'm gonna go to work today and have fun, and it's a challenge, and I'm gonna enjoy it, and that's really, I think, that's why I love my job.
So thank you for the time you share with us, and good luck for the rest of HyVibe adventure, and see you soon.
Okay, well, yeah, thank you very much. And if you want to learn more about what we do and the guitar, you can go to our website at highvibeguitar.com. And you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook and all that
We
stuff.
will, for sure. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.